Come on, Miles. Jake, stay on it. Stay on it.
I started playing, at an early age of like second, third grade. My mom actually taught me how to play. I didn't have a basketball goal, so she was teaching me how to dribble and things like that on our sidewalk at home, and really didn't start shooting until probably third grade.
We were at my niece's soccer game, and he actually had looked over and he was like, man, that football team isn't doing so well. Maybe I should see if they need coaches. So he helped with the football team for a little bit, and then they're like, hey, you did so good. Do you want to coach basketball? And basketball is his passion. So he has loved it. That's just what he wants to do. These are his boys. Today we're at Mount Vernon Middle School in the field house, which was a pretty big deal because he was pretty excited to get to be the first ones to play in here. Doing basketball, which is what he loves.
The Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, playing in a church league that I actually ran at the time. 2007, first day of our season.
And I remember I'm holding my baby, and all of a sudden I look over in the corner and I see him collapse, and I hear chairs start going everywhere, and I'm like, what's going on? You know, they were yelling. They were like, who knows CPR? Who knows CPR? And all I kept thinking was, I know CPR and train. But at the moment, I was like, do I know how to do it? That's my husband.
We got to go here, okay, from the wings.
I ended up in a coma for a week, and they gave me zero chance to live. Ended up coming out of it, and it's pretty miraculous story, really. I couldn't work for 6 months, and financially that hurt us. But it was, it just wasn't where we needed to be, and she was worried that I wouldn't be able to work, and so just that stress really hurt us.
Life just got hard. We couldn't handle it. We didn't know how to handle things. So we got divorced, and we were divorced for 5 years. And then we both just sat down at one point and we were like, do we want to make it work? Because it was hard to imagine our kids growing up without both of us. I know people do it all the time. It just, something didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was over for us. 2017 is when we got remarried. It was at our house. We didn't want anything big. It was just for us. It was for him and I and our girls. That's what it was for.
Give me just a moment here and I will find that for you. No problem. Everybody thinks that I'm security. They think it's funny that I wear Mount Vernon gear, Mount Vernon shirt occasionally, and they're like, oh, you get to wear, as a security person, you get to wear Mount Vernon stuff as well. And I'm like, well, I am the administrative assistant, so yes, I'm allowed to wear. Oh, well, I thought you were security. I've been here for just over a year.
People say, people can't change. I think people can. I think that there's always gonna maybe be a little bit of the old person, but one of the big things that I had to learn that is when we got a divorce, it wasn't just him, it was me too. If you get in an argument, make sure you tell that person you love them. And that day that he went into cardiac arrest, he and I had gotten in an argument, and I had not told him that I loved him that day. And that's all I kept thinking of was that day was we fought before we came here. There was no, I love you, I'm sorry, nothing. We got in this huge argument, and there's gonna be fights. But you've gotta be willing to say sorry at some point.